I'm sorry. I have one more question that I almost
No problem.
forgot.
Don't worry.
If there is a non-English speaker native, what is your expectative about people speaking in English? Because there is people in Brazil sometimes are very, very afraid to apply for US and Canadian or European roles because they think that they don't speak well English. What do you expect when you talk with someone that is not like Canadian or American?
Yeah, so I think I've worked some roles in Brazil in the past, and it was actually a Canadian company or U.S. company hiring in Brazil. They have their English C2, C1, advanced. There's like a grading system.
Okay.
So if you've done the English testing, you know what your current English skill set is. I would write that in your resume.
All
It'll
right.
save time and energy for sure. That being said, there's a clear difference between people who have an accent and people who don't have good comprehension. So what I mean by that is that if you're practicing and you could understand me fluently, and you don't ask me to slow down or repeat myself, you have good comprehension. You understand people because when you're working with a team outside of South America, it's likely going to be a lot of English speaking people. And the goal is, and it's a team of 5 or 6 or 10, the goal is not everyone's going to slow down or repeat themselves in a call. Right. So as long as you understand people and you could respond, even if you have an accent, but you don't ask. I think that's the baseline of what you need. If you need people to slow down, to repeat themselves multiple times, you're likely not capable of working with a North American team. That's where you're going to have problems. And then there's, I guess, a whole different conversation of how to get there. However, I think as long as that you could understand people and contribute, even if you have an accent, you're fine.
Perfect. Yeah. And when you say accent, like I have accent, and I know, like in Canada, I work with a bunch of different people. You know that not everybody are native. Actually, the most part of them are not. So they have like a very heavy accent. I try to do not have that heavy accent because it makes harder for communication.
Yeah.
But there is people that it's even hard to understand. But at least in Canada, that I have this kind of experience already for almost 2 years. I don't feel that they really care. They don't really care. So
No one cares. Canada is all about immigrants. We hire, right? People we're bringing in. It's something like I forget the numbers. Crazy amount of people on a
true.
yearly basis. So it's not about the accent. No one cares about the accent. The issue comes when someone says, "Can you repeat yourself?" or "Can you slow down?" Because in the real world, it's easy for me to slow down in a call, but in the
Perfect.
real world, when you're speaking and working with 6 people in a meeting, you can't ask everyone to slow down just for you, right?
Perfect.
And so the issue is that is this person going to work on our team? Is this going to be a fit? And I think that's where the clear differentiator is,
All
right?
right.